Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day. This has been a long awaited video and one that so many of you have asked for after I posted on my Instagram about the fact that I have finally, after I'm gonna say 4 years, I've finally managed to clear up my perioral dermatitis. I have had dermatitis for a long time. It has truthfully been a constant cycle for me over the last few years of just trying to keep it under control and trying to manage it. I'm gonna insert some pictures of what my skin was like before, if I can find any, to be honest, because I'm not really one to take pictures of my skin when it's not looking great. I don't know why, I'm just like, I know lots of people do take pictures of their skin, but I don't really tend to take pictures of my skin when it looks bad, and I feel like I wish I did so I could compare to what it is now. But I've got a few pictures from a few years ago. It's a really tough thing to get rid of, and you know, in a world where there are so many temptations, and quite honestly, I am an influencer's dream. Like, I know some people might say I'm an influencer myself. I don't really feel like one. Anytime I see a TikTok or an Instagram promoting a product and it looks good, I'm buying it straight away. Like, I am so guilty of just straight away buying something that I see because I think it looks good. And honestly, I think over the years, I've put so many products on my skin. That is consumerism at its finest. And look, I've got my skincare routine down now to a good point where it is just simply a few products that I really like 5 products, I think, 5 or 6 products that I am using religiously day in, day out, and I'm really, really happy with that. I know that it's not a simple 1, 2, 3 products, but I don't believe in that. I believe in you need a few products, definitely. And I'm really happy with how my skin is looking now, and it's taken me a little while to get here because, yeah, I definitely felt the end of last year it was really getting me down. It was really bothering me. I was stuck in this awful cycle of just every day I'd wake up and not know whether I was going to wake up with another big flare up on my face. And you know, it's one of those things where like people around you will say, oh no, like it doesn't look bad, it looks fine, but like, you know, and you notice it and you feel it, and it does get sore and it does get annoying, and then you know you need to cover it up with makeup and then it makes it worse, and you just get in this loop. So in like November, I just decided I am done using all these millions of products and trying to find something that works. Like, let's strip it right back and let's experiment and let's have a go at trying to find the things that are actually gonna work and make a difference. So I have done a lot of research, done a lot of testing on my own skin to see what works and what doesn't, and I wanted to share what I've learned and my findings and the amazing products that I'm using at the moment that have literally transformed my skin. I am fresh out the shower. I have literally nothing on my skin right now. It's literally crying for some moisturizers and stuff. So I'm gonna do my routine with you and show you everything that I use, every product, and what products are my absolute favorites. So I can't say that I've been using this for a long time. I've only been using this for maybe like a week and a half. So this is not like a long standing tested thing that I've been using, but this is the Shark Depuffi. I have been absolutely loving this. First thing in the morning, what I do is I get up before I've had a shower and everything, and I put just a bit of rosehip oil on my face. Then I just go over for about 5 or 6 minutes. I just go over my face and just depuff everything. I'm really, really enjoying it. I feel like it really depuffs under my eyes. It just doesn't, this doesn't feel quite right right now because I don't have any skincare on. But I am really loving it. It really kind of like sculpts my face and depuffs everything in the morning. Oh, it just died. This is a girl who uses it too much. I need to charge it now. It is my literal life pet peeve to do my skincare without my hair slicked, slicked back off my face. I'm sorry, this is becoming a bit chaotic. I don't know why. So let's talk about my 2 fundamentals. This I've been using for many years, and I'm not joking when I say when I'm consistent with using this every morning and every evening, I notice a massive difference in my skin. And I have spoken about hypochlorous acid for years. Recently, I've started combining my hypochlorous acid spray with the Avene. How do you say this? ChatGPT is saying the brand name Avene is pronounced Avene. I've been using the Avene thermal spring water as well for about the last 2 or 3 months now, religiously every day with my hypochlorous acid. It was getting to the point where I was like, I physically cannot do this anymore with my skin. It was just a non-stop cycle. And this seems to have done a good job at breaking it. And I'm really, really happy with that. You might be thinking, why the hell would I pay for water in a can? And I honestly thought the same. Why am I paying for water in a can? Like, why am I going to pay for water in a can? I will read out some of the benefits. It's known for reducing redness, inflammation, itching, burning, and general discomfort, especially on sensitive, reactive, or irritated skin. The soothing effect comes from its unique mineral balance and natural microflora. Soften and hydrates. Unlike harsh waters or products that can dry your skin, this thermal water gently hydrates and softens without clogging pores. People use it right after cleansing, to calm post-wash tightness, after shaving, waxing, laser, or chemical peels, on baby's delicate skin to help with redness or irritation. These 2 products I literally use like this. So I will spray this on like this, and then if I have a flare-up of dermatitis, like usually here I get it, I will just do a bit more concentrated there and then just let that dry. And then once that's nearly dry, it will just take like a minute or so. I will just rush this through so I'm not lounging about here. Then we spray on some of the water. And again, I just leave that to dry for a minute or so before I start with my serums. What I do swear by, is baby wash or baby shampoo on my face. That sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but it is the gentlest thing that you can use on your face. But I also love a very, very gentle facial cleanser. So this one from Avene I think is really good. I personally would say baby shampoo I have found is the best, or baby wash is the best and the cleanest and the most simple. Just the one with the least amount of chemicals in is the best. I'm now going to go in with my hyaluronic acid serum, which I always do straight after the sprays. So there's several hyaluronic acid serums that I found that I can use, and I'm going to put a little list of the ones that I have found that I can use here and the prices, because I do think that I found some good ones at different price points. Currently in America right now, I'm not at home, so I've brought some of my skincare over from the UK. At home I have a bigger variation, but I just thought that I could just list out the ones that I have found. I found that this one from The Ordinary, the 2% hyaluronic acid, is really good and really affordable as well. Like the L'Oreal Revitalift hyaluronic acid, that's 1.5% hyaluronic acid. That one is also really good for my skin. I would say consistency wise, it's very similar to The Ordinary one, and I personally am a massive fan of the Revitalift range. That is one that does work for my skin. And this one is definitely on the higher price point, but this is one of my favorite products, and a product I have used for, I would probably say I started using Medik8 in about 2020, so genuinely 6 years. And I'll be honest, like, I think that my skin is actually really good for my age. Like, I am nearly 30. Can't believe I'm saying that. I'm nearly 30, and this is one of the products that I've been using since, yeah, I was like 23, 24. The Medik8 Hydrate B5. I think there's just a Hydrate B5 and a Hydrate B5 Intense. I've pretty much always used the one in the purple bottle, I think. Don't hold me to that, I'm pretty sure. And I just put this all over my face, and I make sure I go under my eyes. I like tap it in around my eyes and just go all over my face, over my forehead, and then down my neck, and then I leave that to sink in for a minute or so, and I just let that sink. Once that is sunk in, I now go in with my C Tetra serum. This is the vitamin C serum from Medik8. Now, some people will say don't use vitamin C when you have a flare-up of dermatitis or anything like that. Don't use anything that's active. But I'll be honest, I have actually found that my skin feels a lot better. I didn't use hyaluronic acid for this year, probably about 6 months, because I was so worried about flaming up my skin. And then a couple of months ago, I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to use my vitamin C because I used to love how it made my skin look and feel. This is the C Tetra, but there is a C Tetra Luxe serum as well. I think one of them is just like a little bit better formula than the other. This is just the more basic one. But I think that this genuinely, I've been obsessed with this many years. I've been using that as well for about 6 years. Obviously I took a bit of a break from it, but I shouldn't really have taken a break from it because it's not really caused any problems with my skin. It's the most incredible texture. It feels like velvet on your skin. Again, this one is a higher price point, and unfortunately, I've not used vitamin C in a while, and I've not tried any other ones recently to give any other recommendations of more affordable ones. This is the only one I'm going to talk about today, just because I like to just be super authentic and just be honest about the fact that I haven't used any other vitamin C in a while other than this one. I find this area probably the easiest to talk about because when I say I've tried every single eye cream ever to ever exist, I genuinely think I've tried every eye cream. I'm not joking. I love eye cream, and I'm really hot on my eye creams, and honestly, like, I genuinely think that through my 20s this has really paid off, using eye cream really religiously and consistently. A few that I really like, I love the La Roche-Posay retinol for the nighttime. I also love this soothing eye contour cream from Avene. My all-time favourite, which I'm going to be honest, I broke the lid. I completely broke it, but I've been using this one for about, I'm going to say about 18 months or a year. I've been using this one for. This is the Shiseido, I don't know how you say this one. This pot will see me out, honestly. But I absolutely love this eye cream. It is my favourite eye cream to exist. There's no other eye cream that beats this for me. I absolutely love it. I don't like an eye cream that feels too light. I need it to feel heavy. I need it to feel like it's doing something for the fine skin around my eyes. There's also a lovely eye balm from Hourglass. It's the Equilibrium range, which I will link down below. And I absolutely love that one as well for the night time. It's kind of like a Vaseline almost for your eyes. It's quite crazy. But yeah, I love this eye cream so much. Like, I feel like I'm going to use this for the rest of my life. Please never get rid of this. Now it's time to go in with a little bit of moisturiser. So this is a tough one because I have tried so many moisturisers, and I always feel like that's the thing that breaks me out. Like, I feel really confident in the fact that it's the moisturisers and the constant rotation of me trying all these different moisturisers, because I don't tend to deviate too much from serums. I do also, by the way, really like this serum. This is the Avene Hydrance Boost serum. I do also really like this one, and I sometimes use that one at night as well. But I do find it a bit of a minefield to try and find a face cream that works. So this is my current rotation. So I love the L'Oreal Revitalift water cream. I probably gravitate towards this one a little bit more in the summer, hence why I've taken it out to LA with me because it's sunny here. I really like this one, and I'm obsessed with the way that it comes out. It comes out like a little flower on the top, and it is really nice. I'm not actually going to use this one today. I'm going to use something a little bit more intense than that. I'm going to show you these two. Now, I'll be honest, me and lids are not friends. I lose every single lid, so there will be a lot of lids missing in this video, and I apologise for that in advance. But these are two things that I am loving. These are the Avene, can you tell I'm like an Avene girly right now, Tolerance Control. So the Soothing Skin Recovery Cream and the Soothing Skin Recovery Balm. So I use the cream in the day and the balm at night. The balm does not sit very well under makeup, I'll be honest. I've tried it. They both literally look exactly the same. So I got one confused once, and literally it just does not, the balm under makeup is not a vibe. So I'm just gonna use the cream right now, and it just comes out like that. It's a really lovely formula consistency. It is literally perfect for my skin. I don't like anything that is, well, I like to feel moisturized. I like to have that kind of like glass skin look when I'm moisturizing. Any dry patches that I get, there's two things that I always use. I'd sometimes get some dry patches around here on the top of my, like this part of my nose, especially when I've been in the sun a little bit. And also sometimes my eyelids can get a little bit dry. Two things I love to use is the Panthen nappy cream. Now, yes, another thing that I use, and sometimes I actually use this on my eczema that I get. Also, this Aquaphor is just amazing to have with you just in general life, because you can use it as like a lip balm, you can use it for any kind of chapped skin, you can use it as like a healing, I think it's like a healing ointment, isn't it? Yeah, it is a healing ointment, that's exactly what it says. But it is amazing just for anything, any kind of just chap, irritation. Then lastly, the last step of my skincare routine, which I would say I don't normally do this in the morning, I do this in the evening. This is my Rosehip oil. Now, my best friend's probably watching this because she told me about Rosehip oil, and I have always been a bio oil girly. I've always used bio oil, the natural one on my face, but recently I'm loving this Rosehip oil. It feels amazing and it is not inflaming my skin. I literally just got this one on Amazon. I was just looking for one that didn't have any extra kind of like additives and ingredients in it, but it's literally just rosehip seed oil. That's the only ingredient in it. It's not got anything else added. I started using this at the start of December, so it's been about, well, coming up to 2 months. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I've not seen a massive breakout since I've been using it, so that is a plus. Then lastly, this may seem excessive, I just do one final hypochlorous acid on the face, and then I am ready. That is my full skincare routine. A couple of other bits that I just wanted to mention. In terms of supplements, I'll be candid, I don't take any supplements, just a multivitamin, that is it. I don't take anything for my skin. Something that I've also been super consistent with is the Shark Cryo Glow mask. I use the blemish control setting on this, and I do this every evening. And then lastly, while I'm here with my Stanley Cup, I wanted to talk about another thing that I always prioritize, which is drinking lots of water. Lots of us forget, and I've definitely in the past been guilty of forgetting to drink lots of water. When I was younger, when I was at school, I literally never used to drink any water. Like, I would go in with a bottle like that and it would be like up to there at the end of the day. Like, I didn't drink any water, and I had chronic UTIs. Like, every 2 to 3 weeks I'd have another UTI and another UTI. It was terrible. It was a terrible time in my life. Once I started drinking more water, it changed my life, and I do think that it can also really transform your skin as well. So that was my full skincare routine. Now, I've just done a little Q&A on my Instagram, so I thought I'd answer a couple of questions that I maybe haven't managed to answer yet in the previous part of this video. I was asked, how often do you have facials and do they help much? I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I had a facial. Maybe like 18 months ago, a year ago. I don't actually know. I don't think I had a facial. I don't think I've had a facial. Oh, have I? I don't want to lie, but I can't remember. I can't remember having a facial in 2025. Maybe I did, but I can't remember. I don't think I had one in 2025. I don't have facials very often, and if I could, I would go more. One facial that I love is a HydraFacial. I think that facial is amazing. Someone said, do you think taking care of your skin has changed your self-esteem? I think that yes. I think that I feel good about myself. Like anyone, I think we all feel good about ourselves when we do something for ourselves. And I like feeling like I've done something to serve myself that day, if you know what I mean. Like, I just don't feel right. Like, let's say I got into bed and sometimes I do this. Grab a makeup wipe, can't bother to take my makeup off properly. And I lay in bed and I'm like, oh, I just like something doesn't feel right. So I suppose it's not necessarily about self-esteem as such. It's more about feeling like I've accomplished and done something for myself, and just that little bit of self-care and that time spent on yourself, I think is really important. So I think, yeah, it's less for me about self-esteem and more just so about feeling accomplished. Have you ever struggled with texture or pores? And if so, how did you help it? So yes, absolutely. One thing I find really frustrating with my skin is the pores that sit kind of like across here and across here. And it's not the actual site of the pores. Basically, for me, makeup does not stick to this part of my face. Like, it just looks so bad. Right now, I actually don't have anything on my skin. I only have a little bit of bronzer on. That is all. I don't have any concealer. I don't have any foundation on. I don't have anything on other than a bit of bronzer, a bit of brow pencil and some mascara. That, and oh yeah, obviously loads of lip liner, hence the huge lips right now because I've got loads of lip liner on. Yeah, I feel like makeup doesn't stick very well to my face, but so I can't really talk about skincare as such in that regard, but more about when I'm wearing makeup, because I feel like natural skin always looks the best. Natural skin looks best if you've got any kind of like enlarged pores or texture. It's not worth trying to cover with makeup because it just doesn't look right. Like, it almost makes it look worse. Anyway, that's what happens to me. One thing I have found that works is there's a NARS primer. I'll find it. This one, NARS Soft Matte Primer, that is one that I really, really like. In terms of reducing the pore size, no. I've heard lots of people talk about the Medicube pore pads, but if I'm really honest, they broke me out really bad. So no, unfortunately they didn't work. A few people have asked me about Rhode and how I feel about Rhode. Rhode skincare. I've tried every product from Rhode, every single product, and I've been trying them for a long time, and unfortunately the glazing milk is a no. It's really sad because I really like the product. The barrier butter is a no, the barrier restore cream is a no, the pineapple scrub is a no, it's a bit too heavy for me. None of those products work personally on my skin once I stopped using those products, because I've been using Rhode for a while now, and I have noticed that my skin is not as inflamed and did start to recover from the dermatitis when I stopped using Rhode, and it pains me to say that, and it makes me really sad because I love the products. I think they're great and I wanted them to work, but unfortunately when I'd use them the night before, I'd wake up and I'd have poor skin. And yeah, it makes me sad to say that because I love all the other Rhode products. I am obsessed with the peptide lip shapes. This is what I have on right now, by the way. I have the shade Twist on, and like, I think that they are, I'm just looking in the mirror, but I think that these are the best lip products out there. Like, they're amazing, and I want 15 of them right now. Love the lip treatments, I love everything like that, but the skincare unfortunately does not work for me. But the eye preps do work for me. I really like them. Augustina Spada works really well for me. It does not work very well for my bank, but I just haven't had the guts to buy another bottle of the face moisturizer, the Rich Cream. I love the Rich Cream. It's just chef's kiss. Love the Rich Cream, but it makes me so sad to say that it is so expensive, but I do really like it, and I love the Rich Cream. Not about your skin, but do you use eyelash serum? No, I don't. I have really, really sensitive eyes, like uber sensitive eyes. Like, even just talking about it makes me feel funny because I have really sensitive eyes. I know that sounds really weird, but my eyes are so sensitive. So no, I don't use eyelash serum. I would be willing to try it. I'd be willing to give it a go. What is your best advice for a teenage girl about skincare? I would say, don't overcomplicate it. I think nowadays, especially in the TikTok, Instagram world of consumerism, and one that I am definitely a part of at times and have been a part of at times, find yourself a really good moisturizer. I would say, like, if you want something that's affordable, try The Ordinary, really good, lovely skincare brand. CeraVe is also an amazing skincare brand. Cetaphil. Find a nice serum, a nice moisturizer. I don't know if you need to use eye cream at that age, probably not. And definitely an SPF. I personally didn't use SPF enough. Oh, I forgot to talk about my SPF that I use earlier on, which is so ridiculously stupid. This is the SPF that I'm using at the moment. Really, really like this SPF. It's so nice and it does not break me out. But yeah, that is my main piece of skincare advice, is don't skip the SPF. when you're young. Just do that religiously and things will be good for you when you get older. Your future skin will thank you. Another thing that I find funny, and I definitely get pulled in by packaging, is just because the packaging is pink and flowery and gorgeous doesn't mean that it's going to work for your skin. Make sure you look at the ingredients, talk to an adult or a parent, and there's also some amazing apps you can download to check the ingredients. So I would say, yeah, definitely don't be disheartened if the packaging also isn't super cute, because that's something that I've had to accept as well. It's like the packaging of some of the things that I'm using, like this is not the cutest pink sparkly packaging. This is definitely not the cutest pink sparkly packaging. Something that I did recently that I think has also helped my skin is cleaning all my makeup brushes. I've started to properly clean them with an antibacterial wash. Cleaning your brushes religiously is really important, because think about all the germs from your face that get stuck in these brushes that just multiply and multiply, all the bacteria. So definitely cleaning them a lot. My beauty blender I clean with antibacterial wash every time I use it, and I've always done that, but not my makeup brushes. I feel like I couldn't even remember the last time I cleaned my makeup brushes, if I'm really candid, maybe like a year ago. So yeah, that is your sign to clean your makeup brushes. Someone has asked for best Botox alternatives. Looking for something that's like non-invasive, like non-injectable, then I would say if you type in like maybe like face tape or face stickers or something, you can actually sleep with these face things on. And I'll be honest, I've done it before. Slept with these like huge pieces of tape sticker things. I can't remember what they're called, but I've slept with them on my face. I just got them on Amazon. Not comfortable at all. Personally, I have to be like super comfortable, but I know some people can sleep with those kind of things on. I bet my best friend could just fall asleep with something like that. What I do use every night, and I don't know whether this has made a difference, but I don't have any fine lines around my eyes, and I've not had Botox around my eyes. I'm nearly 30 and I'm surprised that I haven't had any yet, but I wear my Drowsy silk eye mask every single night to bed. This is my literal, like, this is my life support. Like, I couldn't live without this. It's the best thing ever. And I do wonder whether the fabric, I've slept with these for years, and I do wonder whether the fabric actually really does help. Another thing, I suppose, if you don't mind anything invasive, some treatments that I've had done that I personally have loved are Gelupro treatments, which is like a Profilo, and I'll tell you what a Gelupro is. And I would say if you're young, if you are under the age of like 27, you definitely don't need this, but this is something that I love. So I'll read you out what Gelupro is from an online website that is not me, because I'm not a medical certified person to talk about this, but Gelupro is a non-surgical injectable treatment, often called skin booster, that is used to improve skin quality, hydration and overall youthful appearance by stimulating your body's own collagen and elasticin production. It's not a dermal filler. It rejuvenates the skin from within rather than just adding volume to specific areas. It is an injectable, so it depends if you are comfortable with that, happy with that, but I would say, yeah, I don't think anyone, you know, under the age of like 27 really needs to probably talk about this. Essentially, you're not changing the way your face looks. You're not changing your shape of your face. You're not stopping your face from being able to move. What you're doing is, like, it's not necessarily massively noticeable to anyone who maybe doesn't know you. You just look like you have a bit of a glow maybe about you. Your skin feels more glowy, and it just, I would say I really notice a difference. It works really well for me. Right guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here because I feel like I've been chatting for about 100 years. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you want to see next. I hope that this was somewhat helpful to anyone who is suffering and struggling at the moment with their skin. I know exactly what you're going through. I know how it feels. Honestly, I can't relate more, and I just hope that, yeah, this video has been help in some way. Sending you so much love, and I hope you have the most amazing week.